Hackfall Trust, old rustic temple there. Cascades and Follies, there we are. It's about 4 walks to choose from there. So we'll have a look at that. If you go down over here. It's a lovely evening for it, lovely summer's evening. Here in North Yorkshire. So the place to visit in the area, there we are. They are giving heat wave tomorrow and Tuesday. Not sure if it'll affect North Yorkshire as much as it will Midlands, perhaps the south of England, but we'll see. Some people think it'll be cooler up here in North Yorkshire, but who knows? Certainly they weren't giving rain on Thursday and Friday. It's going to get gradually hotter, but there was rain. This is Hackfall. Well, here we are at Hackfall, not far from Massam in North Yorkshire. There we are, looking over the river here. There's about 4 walks here of various levels. And you can have a look at various follies around here and crags and have a look at some of the old buildings that once existed around here, some of the ruins. Some views you can't see because of the trees, but certainly this is a place of various walks and various capabilities. Ranging from, I think it's about half a mile to a mile to about 4.5 miles. Various time lengths, of course, depending on speed you can walk, and also steep in places. So it'll be regular walker, of course, will not have any problems. Well worth having a good look around. Bit of thinking time, bit of meditation time. This is the delights of North Yorkshire. Not far from the Yorkshire Dales. Well, here we are, Hackfall. Now the good thing is, if you do go wrong here, there's a few signs. Now there's different walking levels. The arrows denote the different walks. There we are, down there's the white walk where I've just come from. I managed to get off the route for the light blue walk. Limehouse Hill and Sand Bed. Now I must have passed it. You can't see the full view over because of the viewpoint, because of the trees and leaves. You've got the fountain pond and car park up that way. You can see the bit of folly over there, which I think possibly I'm heading for on my walk. See some of the follies. If you see this here, in fact there's a waterfall here. Now I'm not sure this is the actual waterfall you do take in on the walk, but if I look here, Fisher's Hall, which I think that's where that goes, but I want the blue walk, so I might just have a quick look down there, then come back. See the levels of walking here. That means the types of walks. There's 4 walks in total, and so there's a bit of information here, unlike some places, I must say. Now I'm going to have a quick look down here, see if I can get down to this folly. Now, it might be Fisher's Hall, presumably, I'm not sure. But of course it's easy to get lost and think, oh well, I'll look at that, but of course you're on a different walking path. So do check where you're going. And obviously I'll wait for, do be aware that it's getting darker slightly earlier now. Being what now, getting towards the end of July. Well, 17th today. So we'll have a quick look down here, then I'll come back this way. This is Hackfall. On the edge of the Yorkshire Dales. Nidderdale. Now here we are. There's a bit of a descent there, and if I just walk along here, I think you'll probably come to Fisher's Hall here. That's the first folly I'll be able to find. You see an ancient relic. Historic building, even got some text in the stone there. We'll start talking about being set in stone. Of course, that's where it comes from. Have a quick look in here. As you can see, the windows are more or less gone here. Now, it doesn't say outside. There's part of the old window there. Well, there we are. A bit of view here. I'm not sure if it is Fisher's Hall. Fisher's Hall may well be. Looking down over. Hear the waterfall going down over. Well, there we are. Looks like it's a lot of tread here, certainly. Coming down, having a good look around, and a lot of people treading on the ground here. You can tell the wear and tear here. Well, in case of his interest, I walked all the way down here. Gets a bit more rugged and steep round there, and also I'm off the actual designated track. I think this is probably a different walk, or the more exertable walk here, whatever you want to call it, but certainly tougher walk uphill and down dale, and getting slightly darker, but also I don't know the way around here. And also you can hit the waterfall, by the way. I came to Fisher's Hall and I've walked all the way along. Would you believe it? Met some Russians as well. I did ask if the authorities knew if they were here, but because they might have been here quite a while, they might not have just come. Who knows what some of them get up to after the problems we've had here in Salisbury. But there we are. As you know, we don't go around causing trouble or telephoning the authorities on a whim or a hunch. Now, going straight down here. It's a bit muddy in places, according to the signs. Although, of course, shouldn't be too bad because it's summer and dry weather. We're walking back down. Get on the designated path, certainly one of them. Perhaps to Fisher's Hall. Up that steep incline, and then on back onto the blue route, as I pointed out slightly earlier. I think I found a small waterfall, just where these Russians were, where I took a photograph, but I'm not sure if it's the right one or not. Certainly here, the waterfall. And on I go. Well, just a quick update. The ruin is up there, and Alum Spring is down here. The ruin up there, Alum Spring down here, A-L-U-M. So we'll have a quick look down here. Chances are I have to come back again. Done well over a mile. It's probably now going on 2 miles. Alum Spring. Probably here, in the old Mowbray Castle. Well, on from Alum Spring there, moving on to Mowbray Castle, which is up this way, apparently. You can tell we're on the edge of a ravine here. There's a makeshift path here. Not ideal if you've got Pram on the infirm. I'll try to find it before I make my way back towards the ruin, which is doing a 360-degree turn back to where I was just a few minutes ago, not far from Alum Spring. Steep incline here, and here we are, Mowbray Castle. Up the steep steps, and just before me here, the old imposing castle here. Here at Hackfall. Certainly steep around there. They have the old castle walls here. The Castle ruins, Mowbray Castle here. With a lovely view here over the surrounding countryside on this bright summer's day here. Looks like a farmstead over there, or something of that description. Looking out the other side here, you can see how nature's made an impact with some trees here probably fallen over winter because they left them to decay naturally and for the wildlife to enjoy what's left as they do now. I think that's been the case since about the 1990 storms, when I think they decided not to remove all the trees to see what happened, and it worked out very well. So not taking all the stumps away. Any signs of life in there, I'm not too sure about that, but certainly there will be a night time. Birds' nests, etc. I expect, or certainly something of that description. There we are. And a very old tree here on the edge of this piece of pasture land here. And it's all blocked off, as you can well tell. Another tree there as well. So I go back towards turn right back towards the Mowbray Castle here, and then on the way back to Alum Spring, and then ultimately back to find the ruin. That's what I intend to do before calling it a night here, after we're probably walking about 3 or 4 miles, which is more than I anticipated. The old castle ruin here, Mowbray Castle. Certainly worth a visit. It's overgrown here, so you can't see much in the way of views around here. There we are, the old castle walls here. Magnificent spring here. And onward now towards the ruin and way out after about, what, 7 miles? Well, just a quick update. We did try and find that Kent rock down there. There's a massive piece of rock which I've taken a photograph of. Walked all the way down there, at least a quarter of a mile. Can't see anything, although there is the rocks just over there, not far from Alum Spring was just there, you can hear now. Somebody lost a hat here. Hopefully they'll come back for it before winter. That's the spring you can hear now. En route to the ruin. Blue trees down over. That's last winter or the winter before. Well, after the steep incline, I think I found the ruin here. As you can see, only the walls remain here. Some of these buildings do have a slight ecclesiastical feel. Shape of the windows. You can see some of the stone marks fallen down probably over various winters, subsequent storms. There we are, the ruin here at Hackfall. A nice view over here, the Yorkshire countryside. on a summer's evening here, not too far from Massum. Well, here we are, vantage point here. Seat's been donated by a couple, perhaps who once frequented the area, Cyril and Reenie. There we are, looking over this lovely, glorious view over Yorkshire. It's a bit of open countryside and all the trees as well, as I've seen. Certain number of trees here. Looking down over, we're not far from the Yorkshire Dales here. Nidderdale. The view from Hackfall here. Summer's night here, looking over Yorkshire.